What's up, everybody? It's another Mix It Up podcast. I'm your host, Joel, here with my buddy,
H. Joe.
And we are ending up, we are ending V Week 2.0. I forgot to say 2.0 every episode last week.
Yep, you just said V Week.
V Week 2.0.
And now they're going to be confused.
Yeah. Today we're going to be doing Sweet Night. And we got sent this. It's color-coded lyrics by... I cannot read that from this distance, but yeah.
English.
I'm sorry for that vibration. Yeah, so we're going to be checking out Sweet Night from V. What does that say? Class OST Part 12. So I guess it's an OST, but
tell people what that means.
Huh? Original soundtrack. Isn't that what it means?
I don't know.
I thought original soundtrack is what OST means. That's what it means here. Does it mean something different?
I feel like we looked it up and I still don't remember. I don't know.
I think, is it possible that someone's bad memory can be transferred to another human with enough contact? Because holy crap, man, you've been that way too. I think we're both losing our brains, losing our minds. So we're going to check this out.
Lost my marbles.
We're going to check out V Sweet Night. Okay, so let's check it out, guys.
Check it.
Okay.
On my pillow,
Driving the song right off a bit.
me tired. Sharing my fragile truth that I still the door is open, close the window. Open one time with you. Now my forever's falling down, wondering if you'd want me now. How could I know one day I'd wake up feeling more, but I had already reached the shore, 'cause we were ships in the night. Just in my head, my heart is pounding tonight. I wonder if you are too good to be true.
Okay, man. Okay.
It's got a lot of different layers to him.
Yeah, he really does. And I honestly, the subject matter, some of the wording, it makes me feel like I know he's a fan of Frank Sinatra's Strangers in the Night. It's a similar premise.
Yeah.
And his is more of a modern update version with different lyrics. It's a completely different song, but it's still a similar version. You know, the feeling of it anyways. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances. Of course, he probably went a little more pervy with his, but not really. It's that whole idea and that feeling. I honestly think V's going to end up bringing all that back, because I think like RM's going to eventually become an actor. I'm pretty sure Suga's going to be the same way, and a producer. They'll all be producers, but Suga's probably going to end up doing some acting too. I think V's going to become eventually, like when he decides to like retire, so to speak, I think he's going to become a composer, or he's going to be a jazz player. I think he's going to keep writing that style of stuff, doing just modest tours and things like that. I think that's what it'll end up, like Michael Bublé does.
Yeah.
And his tours aren't modest. They really aren't. It's just in that style of music, there's like 3 people doing it that are super popular. Everybody else is like you have like top tier, and then like no one here, and then like a lot here, and then a whole ton here. Which I feel bad, because all the people here are jazz musicians who learned that stuff and then never was able to apply it to anything, and they just play in tiny little clubs, and they're happy with that because get your feelings out that way. But yeah, man, no,
I think
liked
with
it.
the jazz stuff, I think it fits V's voice better. This is still good, but
This was super breathy.
Yeah, hearing this and then hearing the jazz stuff is like your voice, jazz, like right there.
Yeah. I mean, he still does well for all the other things, though.
Yeah, but it's like after listening to
It just
lot
feels
of songs,
more like him.
more natural.
It's more like him. It's what he really is connecting to more than anything else. You know that for a fact. But I mean, he probably enjoys writing all the other stuff. That's what he definitely enjoys it. But I bet you nuts to bolts, like when it gets done and they're all retiring and moving on or going solo or whatever they're doing, he's going to be like, now I get to really make some crazy cool stuff that I really enjoy. Because I can tell he's that type of guy. Because you know, as many covers as he's done of Christmas songs, he loves Christmas. He loves that entire atmosphere, that feeling, that ability. Like, because he had the jet, which by the way, the jazz players who played on the last video, I got to give it up for you. I mean, that was
especially homeboy on the guitar.
Yeah. It's like mathematics. It was beautiful.
They didn't
And
show
the piano player was good
They didn't
too.
show the drummer on that.
Oh, they did like 2 different scenes, but
was
that's
it.
because he was like far right.
The piano was far left. They just left a man out.
They didn't show the piano as much either, because you got to think about it. They showed close up of his hands a lot.
That's true.
They just didn't show him fully a lot. He was at the beginning, and the drummer was at the end.
10 seconds of fame. Let's take it in.
It's like, hey, here's the piano. You got the guitar, bass, singers, drummer. Show the piano. Earl, you got a cell phone? Show his hands. like that's what it felt like it was. It's always Earl or Tom. That's the name I use. But no. I like this song. I think it definitely reminds me of that same feeling of like Strangers in the Night and Frank Sinatra and that style of stuff, but not the tonality and the style of song. He's got a little bit more of a, almost like an Andy Griffith vibe with the whistling at the end. But music wise, it's very breathy. It's very open. It was a lot like V Week 1.
Yeah.
He had a couple of them like that.
Yeah.
Very breathy, very open, very telling a story, you know, engaging with you in an emotional state, you know, putting you in a certain type of feel and whatnot. So, no, I like it. I mean, I really do like it. I really do like the song. I just like V in general. I mean, I love RM's capability to rap and sing. I love Sugar's capability of rapping J-Hope as well. And then, you know, you have Jimin and Jungkook. And, I mean, they're all talented. These just got that thing that's completely different. Like, he literally... Actually, you know what I'd really like to hear? Of a jazz V song that he writes, using a little bit of freeform jazz, put a little bit of modern beat underneath it. I want to see Suga and RM go on it with J-Hope. I think that'd be insane. I think they have the smooth vocal capability that they could mix with it, because like you couldn't put like a Chicago rapper. It'd be too aggressive.
Yeah.
And a New York rapper, it'd be too aggressive for jazz and things like that. But I think they could pull it off.
Somebody's finding it right now.
I bet it exists somewhere.
Like, yep.
Jazz music with rap.
I'm sure.
Well, I'm sure it exists. I mean, technically, the beginnings of rap would be like, you know, slam poetry and stuff like that. You know, that was in the 50s and 60s or 60s and 70s. So maybe there was freeform jazz when it came to that, but maybe not as much freeform. Have a little bit of, you know, a little bit of a, oh crap. What is it called? Freeform jazz. Opposite of freeform would be structure. It took me a half minute to remember the word. It started with an S. I just didn't want to say S. Anyways, but no, I like V stuff. And I don't think we're going to be able to have a V week 3 because I think that's all of the stuff we got sent.
Yeah, it was hard to find.
It was very hard to find. Because it either didn't have English lyrics on it or it was live stuff. And there was a lot of live stuff that was specific, like Stigma. There was like 15 videos of Stigma. You know, but they were all different performances. So I was like, which one do I do? Just pick the first one, Joel. The first one that has English and isn't a minute and a half. But yeah, so you guys go out there and do some nice stuff. Find the world, make it a better place. And we'll check you out next time. Bye.